So, do you want to know how to export your Power Query data, your Power BI data into Azure SQL? I'll show you that just in a second. So hello and welcome back. In previous videos I have shown you how to export or download data from Power Query into Excel, CSV, text. I have shown you also how to do it in SQL on-prem, when you have your SQL in your computer. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to do it in Azure. It is actually very similar how you would do it in SQL on-prem, but I'll just guide you step by step. I'm going to show you from the beginning, so how you create a server in Azure, how do you create a database in Azure, and then I'll show you how to import or export the data from Power BI to SQL. So it's going to be a complete video. Now, if you know how to do this stuff in Azure, you just want to know how to export, go to the comments below, to the description box of the video, and there will be a link that would say, okay, here's how you go to the script, or our script that will allow you to export data, so you skip all the other stuff. But how about we begin? Okay, so let's do this. I'm gonna show you how to do this from the beginning. How to create the server, how to create the database in Azure, and then how to actually go to downloading data there from Power BI. If you know how to do this Azure thing, go to the description box and I have a Keynote, and there you will be able to jump ahead to where the R script is, okay? But for those of you that are beginners, I'll show everything, okay? So what we want to do is we go to all services, and here we write server. And you will see what services you have around server. What we want to do is create an SQL server. We go to add, and here we write a name. I'm going to add the Google Analytics or YouTube data here as an example. This is the login, the password, subscription, create a group. Let's create a new group. We call it social media. And West Europe. North Europe is not available, so I can't do anything. Let's pin it to the dashboard, create. What's the problem here? A resource group, so create. And it will take a little while. It's for the server to get created, so I'll pause it, and when this is created, I will come back. Okay, so now we have the server created, and now we can create a new database. So we go here, new database. We're going to call it, I don't know, Google Analytics. Let's start with that. And it is a blank database, not Elastic Pool. This is quite cool, but we're not going to configure that now. Is how to manage the database so it is as cost efficient as possible. You can just go here and check it out. This is how data will be stored, the pricing tier, and we'll pin it to the dashboard. Let's create the database. I'll get back when the database is created. Okay, so one of the things we need to do before going into Power BI or anything is we need to set the server firewall. So we need to allow the IP address I'm sitting on to access the database. So this is quite cool, because Azure will tell you this is the IP that you're currently sitting on, and it will just you just need to copy that and say, okay, I just wanted to have for that specific IP address, or you could have like a range of IP numbers if that is needed. Once you have done that, you save. And I know if you are moving around doing this, you will need to do this every time. I was talking to Imke, and she said that she had maybe a solution for that. So as soon as maybe she already has it, actually. I haven't talked with her for a while. But as soon as I know something, I'll let you guys know, basically. So now we have set the firewall. So we've allowed users from that IP address to actually access the database. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to build the R script that will allow us to export data to the Azure SQL. What you see up here is the script for SQL on-premise, and there is a video about that. I'll link below, don't worry about that. But this is the new script. So the first thing you will do is actually very similar. The first thing you will do is to connect to, to load this library. So it allows you to connect to the database. So you don't need to know what is in this library. Just call the library and it will allow you to connect. The second part is actually the connection string, and that is something that you can find in here. So if you go to properties down below here and then show database connection strings, in here, ODBC, you will see the connection. This is exactly what you need. And the neat thing about this is it already comes with the driver that you have, the social media, the server name, the database name, the username. You just need to fill your password, and everything else is already here for you. If you don't have the driver, you can download it in here. Okay, so it's like really, really neat. And this is basically what I have here. The connection string copied from Azure ODBC text box. So it's super cool. I'm hardcore than the password. That's something that you should not do, but we will talk about that in another video. The next thing you do is you open the connection, and then you save it to a table name. You don't have to have the table name pre-created. It will create it for you if it doesn't exist. If it exists, it will copy whatever you are sending. And here you have the possibility to say append yes or no, so it will append rows. One thing is it's going to append everything, so it will not look for duplicates, which I really think it is a pity, actually. If you know how to do this by looking at duplicates, so it doesn't save duplicates, just let me know and I'll make a video about it. I have no idea how that is done. So that's why for now, until somebody tells us how to do it, it has to be this way. And the last thing you do, you just close the connection. So what we're going to do now is just copy this and paste it into Power BI. So let's move into Power BI. Okay, so here we are in Power BI. I have actually filtered this table so it's not that big, otherwise it will take forever to load. You're doing that through a connection. So what you're going to do is to go to the table where you would like to save the data, and you click on Run R script, and then just paste the script that we just created, okay? And you will find this script on my GitHub. I will post the link to. And you just click OK, and you just let it run. I'll pause it and I will get back when this is loaded. Okay, so now it has loaded. As you can see, it's always the same. It just empties the table, it gives you an empty table. So do we have the data in Azure? Let's see, we go to Management Studio, SQL Management Studio, and I've connected to Azure, to the Azure server and to the database. This is the Google Analytics database that we've been working on. So we go to tables, refresh, make sure you refresh, okay? Because it just loaded, just created the table. And here we have the table. We select the top 1,000 rows, and here we have the data. Cool, isn't it? So how wonderful is that? You can export your data everywhere now, right? So it's super cool. Yeah, as I mentioned in the video, if you know how to modify the R script, so when you are appending, it will not append rows that already exist, like duplicates. Just let me know in the comment box and I will do a video about it. I don't know how to do it. I don't have time to research. I don't know if it's possible. So if you are like an R expert, just help us out and let us know how it is done, okay? So it is all for today. Next video, it will be a DAX video, DAX Fridays, on Friday. And I'll see you then. Bye.